Thing. Do you see the light? You see it? No, that's not it. That's not what you need to be looking at. Oh. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, DMO Fishing. Today I'm doing my first live ever. So today we're gonna be sharing with you a couple of my favorite catches of this year so far. If you're new here, I make videos about fishing, exploring, hiking, beer tests, taste tests, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you like the content, please consider subscribing and sharing, comment. Let me know what you guys think. So this is my very first live, so you have to bear with me. I'm kind of getting the hang of the whole thing here, but yeah. So I'm gonna share with you guys a couple of my favorite catches this year, and we're gonna be taking a look at it, and I'm gonna be giving you a little bit of content on how it happened and why they're my favorite ones. So let's start with. Give me a second here. I'm gonna start with the first one here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with that. So this fish right here, guys, is a bass. I was bass fishing. I was actually making a video. If you haven't seen that video, check it out on my channel. It was about me buying a really cheap spinning reel and putting it to a test and see if it's worth it. I got one on Amazon and it was only 14 bucks, and actually I was surprised with what I got. So I was doing that while I caught this fish. So originally I was just, sightseeing. There's a lot of bass in bed right now. So I was using a Texas rig with a Senko, and all of a sudden when I looked to my left, I caught a glance of a big fish swimming under a rock. Right, I didn't know if it was a bass or not, but I saw it going under the rock, and I was like, "There's no way he's still in there." So I started putting my Senko right on top of that rock, and then it fell, and probably fell right in front of his face, and he took it. So take a look at it, and then we're gonna discuss the catch right here. So,
bass, big bass, big bass, big bass, big bass, big bass. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I see you sitting on that rock right there. Yo, I just saw a nice bass on that freaking rock right there. Wow. See, he went under the rock, and I know that can't be a bed. Got him! Alright guys. Yeah, he was sitting on that rock. I saw him earlier. Alright. See how this jump is. See how it's gonna handle it. On the new spinning reel. Put it right on top of his face. He went for it. That drag is actually pretty good. Alright. That's a nice fish. I don't want to pop the line, but I don't want to lose it. Oh, damn it. Let's go, guys. Look at this fish. Let's go. Oh, that's on the new reel. I saw him going on the rock, and I put that bait right on top of him. I'm not sure if that's a bait or not. But that's a decent sized fish right there. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, on the new spinning reel, guys. Cheapest reel in Amazon. The cheapest reel you can buy on Amazon. Right here. And they handle that fish like nothing. I had my drag a little low, but once I adjusted it, it was good. Look at that big mouth, guys. Look at that fish. Again, that fish was on the new spinning reel from Amazon, 14 bucks. Look at that fish, man. We're gonna go ahead and let him go because I don't want to keep him out of the water for too long. It's good, it's good, it's good. Okay, he swim off.
Alright guys, I just saw that fish was a nice bass. For that pond that I was actually fishing at, that's one of the largest one I caught there. The crazy part is that I actually saw that fish. I saw that fish going on the rock and it was just sitting in that rock. I don't know if it was a bed and he was probably spawning or something, but it was cool to catch it like that. Actually see it and catch it. I dropped the fish. There's a big ledge right there. So I couldn't really reach down and grab it. I ended up dropping it and he got on hook right when I pulled it up. But he swam good, so I felt good about it. If you haven't checked out the full video, I recommend you to go to the channel and watch it. I have all the different catches in there, and then you see how that reel performs through the day. Okay, so this next one, guys, this next one right here, I was fishing at a river, and I was kayak fishing actually. I was trying to catch some catfish on my kayak, but I was never expecting to catch what I ended up catching. So let's take a look at it. Give me 1 second, guys. Here I'm trying to do this right. Here we go.
Okay, we got a bite, guys. We got a bite right here of this rod. Think so. Definitely felt like a bite. We're gonna check though. Oh no. Yeah, that feels like a fish, guys. Yeah, that's a decent fish. Of course, feels more like a fish. Hopefully, I don't got my lines tangled up. It's actually a fish. It's not fighting much. Feels weird. It really does feel weird. There we go. Got a catfish. What we got here? We got a flathead, guys. First flathead. Oh my God. We got a flathead catfish. That's crazy. Alright, it's barely hooked, guys. Barely hooked. That is insane. I never caught a flathead in here. Alright. Woo! We got a baby flathead. Baby flathead. That is so cool. That's when it felt weird. He was fighting so weird. Look at that. Oh, he was fighting so weird. I'm gonna have to use my gloves to grab him by the mouth. Let's see if I have him. Yo, that is a baby flathead, guys. That's crazy. Let's see if I can feel it. Okay. Alright. He's barely hooked. He's not even hooked all the way. He's barely hooked. He was barely hooked. Wow. Yo. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen? Wow. Yo, look at this fish. Look at this fish. Wow. Kind of baby flathead. Let's go. Alright guys, look what I got here. A baby flathead. Look at that. First flathead I ever caught in this spot. To be honest, I didn't know there was flatheads out here. But it's pretty cool to see. Look at that. It's a baby, I know, but still. A flathead nonetheless. First flathead of this season, to be honest with you, that I caught outright.
think I caught another flathead earlier in the season, but he didn't look right. He looked kind of sick. This is super healthy right here, guys. Flathead catfish, guys. Can't believe it, man. I'm super excited. I'm happy that we caught one. Let's go. Now let him go right now, and hopefully we catch some more.
Alright, guys. Gonna let him go right here. There he goes.
Alright guys, as you guys can see, that was a surprise catch for me. I never caught a flathead on that spot. And the funny thing is I caught it on caught bait. As you guys know, flathead, they're known to be caught on live bait. I wasn't even fishing live bait and I caught that flathead. That was surprising. I was surprised because I never caught a flathead on that spot before. I was surprised that he bit on caught bait, and it was in the middle of a really hot day, which for the most part, that's not when it actually you can catch flatheads. I know that you can catch them later in the day, maybe at night time on live bait, but it was a baby, it was a juvenile, but it was a nice catch. It was definitely a nice catch, really exciting, and hopefully we catch. This is some bigger flatheads. If you haven't checked out that video, just go to the channel and check it out. I have a lot of catfishing videos out there, a lot of baits that you can try. I did a lot of experiment baits that you can try to catch catfish on from the bank, from the kayak. So just check it out, the catfishing playlist that I have on the video. All right, let's move on to the next catch. Let me move on to the next catch here. All right. So let me give you, before we go there, let me give you a little bit of content on that. It was one day that I decided to target bluegills, and for the most part, before I target bluegills for bait, so I didn't really care about the size, and I was using pretty much red wigglers, and then the size of the bluegills I was catching, it was like really small, which was great for bait, but I never really caught big bluegills to eat, you know. Like every now and then I would catch one that was decent, but not enough to make a whole meal about it. So I decided to make a video about crickets and mealworms for bluegill, and I had a great surprise, and I realized that crickets by far are the best bait for big bluegills, guys, especially on this little pond that I was fishing at. The body of water that I was fishing at is not huge. It's pretty much less than 2 acres. It has to be, but there was some big bluegills, guys. So let me show you this catch right here. So let's go ahead and transition.
There he goes. Got him. That's a nice one. Whoa, that fish feels big. Yo, this fish fight really good on this little rock. That's a really nice fish right there, guys. That's a really nice bluegill, guys. Look at this fish. Wow. That's what I call a slab of a bluegill. Look at these, guys. Now, you tell me if that's not a nice fish right there. Wow, that's a nice fish, man. That's a nice bluegill right there. That's on the cricket. So the cricket by far is working better. So the worm started working really good, but now the cricket is taking the lead by far, and it's just getting us these huge size bluegills. So he's going on the bucket.
Alright guys, you just saw that was a nice looking bluegill. It was actually bigger than my hand. It was actually bigger than my hand. And the funny thing is that using the crickets, I ended up getting like 9 or 10 keepers of pretty much all the same size, and it was pretty much back to back. I mean, I caught 9 keepers of that type of bluegill, those big bluegills, in less than 2 hours, I think. Now the way that I was fishing the crickets was a really small hook with no weight whatsoever, and then once you cast it, the cricket actually sits on the top of the surface of the water for kind of like fly fishing pretty much, and the bluegill just come and you see it come from the bottom and just inhale the cricket, and then it's so much fun to catch those fish, especially on light tackle. I was using super light tackle, so you can actually fight the fish. So it was pretty fun. So if you haven't checked out that video is in the playlist, guys. You can check out. I cut a bunch of bluegills. I show you exactly what I was doing to catch them, and you can do the same thing. You just check out the video and you'll see how that went down. All right, so let's go to the next one here. Let me see.
All right, so we got 4 keepers so far.
Let me see. All right, on this next one, guys, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you a little context of this one. So it was a weekend. Me, my girl, and my son decided to go out to the mountains over here in Georgia, the Chattahoochee Forest, out there in the mountains, and we looked up online somewhere that we could fish and pretty much catch fish for sure. And we thought that I saw on Google Maps there was a place that you could go fishing at, and I didn't really realize the actual lake or the little pond was super tiny. So once we got there, we were surprised how small the lake was. It wasn't even a lake; it was a pond. The little pond was super tiny. So we didn't have our hopes up to catching anything decent. There was a lot of people out there, but we ended up catching really good trout out there, and we did a catch and cook. That video is in the playlist as well, so you can check it out. We caught I think 3 really good size rainbow trout, and this is one of them.
It's all right. We'll get another one. That's a little bite right there. There you go. You got it? All right. Take it all the way out. Keep reeling. Let's go. Good job.
So there you go, guys. That was the catch. That was my girl fishing. I think that was the first fish. No, I think we've been fishing one time before that. We caught like tiny little bluegills, but that was her first decent sized fish, and we had a blast. You can't see it, but my son was on the side. He was just watching us fish, and it was so much fun, guys. Trout fishing can be really difficult sometimes, especially if you're trying to catch like fish that are not stocked, like a native from the area. Those are different. That's a whole different ball game, and especially if you're fly fishing, which I'm planning to do a couple fly fishing videos here. We're gonna go to the Chattahoochee and see if we can catch some trout. I think tomorrow is the first day of the season that you can keep him, so I'm actually pumped so I can go out there and limit out. I think the limit's 8 trout per day, so I'll probably try to make a video limit out. Now this video right here when we catch the trouts, like I said, it's on the playlist. You can check it out and you can see the recipe that I did to cook this fish. Trout is such a delicious fish. It's delicate and it's actually pretty easy to cook. You just gotta make sure you watch out for the bones because it has like pin bones here and there. But other than that, trout is a delicious fish, guys. So let's move on to the next one. This next one right here, it was one of those days that everything goes right and you're not expecting it. So that day, I think it was a Friday, I think, but for some reason I was off work. Decided to go to this river right here. I heard there's a lot of white bass on the river, but I wasn't expecting much because it was raining when I got there. It was super cold. It was still, I think it was like February, maybe March. Definitely cold out there. And as soon as I got there, guys, it was fish after fish after fish. Every cast I would catch a white bass, and there was some really good sized ones. So this is one of them. This is, I think, one of the biggest ones that I caught that day. I'll show you right now, but the video is in the playlist as well on my channel. You can check it out. It's pretty much, I think I caught 9 really nice white bass, guys. So let's take a look at this, and See what you guys think.
It's good. I thought it was gonna be hard to catch a fresh fish. I think we just got a bite like that. Yeah, that's alright. That's a good size right there. Alright, I'm gonna keep this one. Alright, that's a good size fish, man. That's a fatty one. That's what we're looking for. Ah, look at this fish, guys. See? That's a decent size right there. We're gonna put this baby on the stringer. We're gonna go get our meat. Look at that. That's a good fish. Alright, let's go get it. Let's see.
You guys saw that fish. That was a decent sized white bass. It's not a giant, but it's definitely a keeper. And white bass is actually really good to eat. I actually made a video, a catch and cook of those white bass, and I think I made a ceviche. So if you never had ceviche, you need to check that out and actually try that recipe. It's so good. I mean, there's so many other ways you can cook a white bass. I'm thinking go back and catch a few more. I think some stripers are running on that river, but it's a little far from my house. But it doesn't matter. We're gonna make the drive out there and see if we can catch a striper or maybe more white bass. And this time doing fried, because I wanna have some fried fish soon. Or maybe if I catch a couple catfish, I wanna do a fried fish recipe for you guys. But if you haven't checked out that video, like I said, the white bass video, just go ahead and go to my channel and you'll see it there. All right, let's go to the next one here.
This rod might be a fish. Yeah, I think we got a fish. Alright. Yeah, okay. It's the chicken. Yeah, that's a fish, alright. Okay, guys, so we got a fish on the chicken. Feels like a decent fish, but this rod is smaller, so I'm not sure if it is or not. But sure it's out there. I have a big weight on this rod, so I'm not even sure. I really hope it's not a turtle or something like that. It's not really fighting as much, but definitely feels heavy. There we go. Yeah, we got a fish. Let's go. All right. There we go. Right on the side of the mouth. No, he's mad. Relax. Relax. Alright, he got on hook by himself. He got on hook by himself. You guys see. That's on the chicken as well, guys. That's a decent sized fish right there. Alright, guys. Here we go. That's the second fish on the chicken right there. We lost the other fish, but I think the fish that we lost with the worms was actually bigger than this, but this is a nice fish right here. He got on hook by himself. He was barely hooked on the side of the mouth. It was on the chicken, but 2 for the chicken, 1 for the worms. Let's keep fishing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and release this fish. Yeah. It was mad to get cut. Good boy. Ready to go. Yeah, got it.
Alright, guys, there you go. That's my top catches so far that I've had so far this year. Definitely, I've been having fun fishing and making videos for you guys. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you like content about fishing, if you like content about beers, if you like cooking recipes, explorations. I'm trying to do some camping videos too here. We'll be doing some of those. But yeah, that's what I got for you today, guys. If you like this format, the live, that I'm doing. This is my first live, like I say. That's just all over the place, I know. But if you enjoy this, I'm probably gonna start doing it more. Maybe every like once a week or every 2 weeks. We're gonna have different topics here. We'll probably do some catfishing rigs or something like that. But if you've been watching this, guys, thank you for watching, guys. Appreciate your support. Appreciate everything you guys do. Don't forget to share, comment, subscribe, like, do the whole shebang. You guys know how it works. Thank you for being here again. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.